Okay. Let's go do MSQ. Yeah? Believe it is at the main one place. Correctly? Center. Resolution. That's where it's called. That's what it's called. No, it's just Cryo. Oh no, Graha's here too. Alright. Warm fare thee wells can ease the sting of partings as we come to terms with the absence not soon forgotten. To tell those we hold dear what they've meant to us and to wish them the best, we should seize that chance whensoever we can. Alright. In fate's footsteps, Cryo has a wistful glint in her eyes. I trust you were able to get plenty of rest? Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps and perhaps reflect on our recent journey. I must admit, my thoughts often drift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Treno. It was heartening to see the Malala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in that leaven-racked landscape. Bean was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for their neighbor. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we've accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his Dark Primal, and there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Can you hear me? Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you care to join us? We'll be with you right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come and find us in the Deutero lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let us make for the containment complex. Given that all the data is stored within electrop devices, Shale's expertise has proven invaluable.
Ah, you're just in time for a progress report. The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or a procedure is required. A process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success. And even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
Oh, interesting. So the key is essentially
After
the
much
car,
trial and
but
error,
Asm's crystal
Preservation began
is
to
the
experiment
navigation.
with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, they conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
So, their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Soralja in its use, thus enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
By the way, that's Grahatia. That's Jonathan Bailey,
Milala
BT
merely
Dubs.
used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
I saw someone on Twitter talk about how they actually, apparently they re-recorded the lines in, they re-recorded the lines for 7.4 for Jonathan Bailey's lines, apparently. So that's good, actually. I am actually happy about that, because that sounds like him for sure. So like, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That makes sense. And that's him, and I am happy about that, honestly.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like him. It's not. If it's not him, it definitely sounds a lot more similar.
You would be able to remove the actuation device.
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Give me a moment.
I mean, I feel like we could have done that ourselves. But I'll be real here. We probably could have done that ourselves. We didn't really need the machine. Literally just opening a lid on a jar. What are you seeing, you Stola?
My word.
Stola? You okay, champ?
Ishtola?
hey, you okay? You good?
This is the first time I've beheld the key in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
I noticed one thing. It was literally at the end of Dawntrail. I had noticed one thing. One very specific thing. It had my name on it. It reminds me of Azim's crystal. Damn thing had my name on it.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azim. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies.
Wow, Cryo, way to ruin the moment. Didn't silence your cell phone? Come on, Cryo.
Hello? Yes, this is Cryo speaking. That was Ojika with a message for us.
Ojika?
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex. Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
Oh, Shale's so
You best go.
sad.
Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
No.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Can't just teleport. That is how this works.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care, I assure you.
Fine, I guess. Don't lose it, aight? Or break it.
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Trail to the heavens. My colleagues will be just as saddened by your departure. Until we meet again, safe journeys. Given that preservation could not unlock the secrets of the key, it should come as no surprise that we too struggle to understand its nature. In any event, do give Tataru my regards when you see her. I ought to mention that we also uncovered information unrelated to the key. According to Shale, certain confidential reports are now accessible via devices in the Researcher's Commons and the Director's Office. You might wish to peruse the files before you depart for Charlian. Oh, okay. The Director's Office and the Researcher's Commons. Okay. Yeah, we'll check those out. Data tab. It is well known that the Alexandrian royal family promulgated a number of fundamental principles governing endless research. Among these was the strict prohibition on memory duplication. However, in the wake of the Storm Surge, a provisional government sought to revise this prohibition and make one key exception, Queen Sphene. The decision was ultimately made to equip her endless counterpart with a Tiara variant regulator, thereby enabling the routine backup of her memories. Intriguingly, it was Master Calyx who objected most strenuously to this proposal. It was his assertion that one's corporeal form, whether flesh and blood or endless construct, is nothing more than a vessel, and that as a vessel, it is to be modified and experimented upon should circumstances require it. Memory, however, was sacrosanct and inviolable, the very essence of life and personhood. Master Calyx eventually acquiesced to the provisional government's request. The number of this facility's personnel duplicated their memories to verify the efficacy of the technology. Yet Master Calyx refused to even entertain the notion. To this day, he has avoided creating even a single backup of his own memories, a resolution which I myself have chosen to emulate. Oh, interesting. Processing, I think, let's see this, data reports. Right, yeah. Anything else? Locker. This is just the Shrine to Calyx, right? Yeah. Interesting. I'm pretty sure the memory entry is different because I definitely don't recognize that. But the other ones I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. The terminal. Courtesy of Shale's decryption efforts, the previously inaccessible research objective section is now available for perusal. Oh. Did it tell me what this... yeah, memory duplication. Alright. So, research objectives. The primary research objective of Containment Complex 1029 is the indefinite preservation of the Endless. Continued improvements to soul cell and regulator functionality are intended to facilitate the Endless Sphene's management of living memory. It is via this process of iteration that we endeavor to identify and resolve any and all issues inherent in Endless creation. Chief among known issues is our present inability to control the key, for if we fail to secure the reflections as additional sources of ether, our ultimate goal will remain forever out of reach. Alright, back to the annex. That is really interesting, though, that Calyx originally didn't want to make a copy of Sphene and with the memories, but then changed his mind. And now it seems like fine, because he was like, oh well, I'll transfer my memories. But maybe that's a little different. I thought it best to hear what Ojika has to say ere we meet with Tataru. I do hope she is well. Oh dear, it occurs to me that I neglected to bring gifts from Taral. Considering the extra work they've had to handle in my absence, I dare say I owe them a veritable mountain of snacks at the very least. Welcome back! What a pleasure it is to see you too, Sho! Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, it felt prudent given how troubled Tataru was. Your concern is much appreciated. As it so happens, we'd reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Yastola have matters well in hand, leaving us free to make this trip. That's a relief to hear. Now, let me fetch Tataru for you. Why don't you take a moment to relax in the main hall? I'm sure you're all still fatigued from your journey. Oh, you're a mentor. Given how frequently Tataru is away on business these days, just a small miracle we're in the same place at the same time. Only now is it beginning to feel like we've actually returned. Such fond memories within these four walls.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
Oh, Graha. She hated it.
Welcome back.
Hi, Tataru. Wonderful to see you again, Tataru.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here. I was regaled with many a tale of your Turali adventures. It was only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star.
Well, that's concerning.
I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with.
I mean, void sensor. I mean, that's like still concerning, considering the fact that we went to the 13th. Like, that's still concerning.
I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
How'd you get a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea? I guess it's not that
As if
weird.
a mighty dam has been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures.
Actually, you know, I guess it's not that weird that we got confidential reports. It's not that weird. We were one of the founding members there.
A blessing. Most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
A short while earlier in Tertium.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn servant, Galul Jarjar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolol.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you.
Eula's just
But
standing here,
I'm sure you've
being
recovered from
like...
your journey. It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
Eula's is just thinking, brother, we just, like, established some sort of, like, parliament. We're still fucking homeless, and our city's still in fucking ruins. Like, my guy. We are just, like, in baby form of government. Truly.
Sir! Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
Oh, they moved people there?
What?
Interesting. They sent people to Lapis Manalis?
Reporting in. We're under attack.
Fuck. What did he say?
Void scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection.
Fuck, I missed how he pronounced it.
Damn it. Is that another fisher? No, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose. Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
I don't believe we've seen Thancred and Urianger since our battle with the Endless Fiend, have we? They too must have returned here at some point. Clearly, we made the right decision to come to Sharlayan, though I dearly wish the circumstances of our return were not so grave. I've been told Alphino and Alize have withdrawn to Tertium to request aid on the front lines. They seemed intent on rejoining the battle once reinforcements were ready, but I shall tell them to wait until you arrive. Sorry to send you packing so soon after your homecoming, but Garlemald desperately needs your aid. Two worlds entwined. Brahatia wears a pensive expression. And just like that, we find ourselves faced with another emergency. Fortunately, there is yet time for us to make a difference. Let us make haste for Tertium. I'm gonna make just a brief stop because I want to rewatch that cutscene just because of I want to know how they pronounce the dungeon. Voidson emerging across a star. How fortunate I contacted you when I did. Please do take care of yourselves. Oh, you're not gonna let me in here, you motherfucker. Oh, I'm still on Exodus. Mother. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Go to Limsa. Go to the inn. now. Conveniently not letting me into the inn. Actually, so it's really funny. Well, not really funny. It's really interesting, but like also really annoying. Like, how dare you? Also forgot that I'm still in Exodus, but that's whatever. Go to an inn. I missed how they pronounced the city, so I want to hear what it was called. I think this last one.
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to
Third one. Skip. I really hope that eventually they add a fast forward function to cutscenes, especially now that they're starting to become a lot more cinematic and a lot more really just a lot more theatrical and a lot more cinematic. Like, you have all these like I guess moments where there's no dialogue, so you can't skip past this. So I do hope that eventually, I mean, this is something that doesn't need to be implemented for a very long time, but it's just one of those things of like, oh yeah, this would be really nice to have, especially when trying to look at a specific part of a cutscene and stuff like that. But it's a very minor thing.
Better they... You're...
We... and...
I also...
It's so funny that they do the motions, but their mouths don't move anymore. It's so funny.
Sir!
I won't lie, the graphics update for some characters is a lot more noticeable than others.
What?
I mean, it's all noticeable for everybody, but like Alphino and Alize, like for them, man, it.
We're under attack.
I think they said Clidium. Fuck, I missed it again. I didn't realize it was coming so soon. Fuck, I missed it again. But Alphino and Alize, man, they look great. But you can really you can tell they're twins, but like they do have very distinct features to them to denote that they are different. And that's a lot more apparent with the update. I'm just like now, I mean, obviously this update has been here since I think Dawntrail now, but I'm just now noticing it more.
Thus?
And for... It's up...
Thank... Better they... You're...
We... And...
Let me listen to this so pay attention so I don't miss it this time.
I also intend...
Blah 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 blah.
But... Sir!
Hey, listen.
What?
Clutium Squadron reporting in. We're
Clutium.
under attack.
Not Clitium, Clutium.
Void Center appeared out of nowhere and
Yeah, it's not Cli, not an I sense of Cl. Clitium. Hershey. At least that's what it sounded like to me. A little hard because it's a radio, but that's kind of how it sounded. Oh, hey, Ariane. Well met, my friend. Now, let us hearken unto Alphino's words. Been far too long, show. Thank you for coming at such short notice. I'm glad you're here. There's... Ah, show, you've made it in time.
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium.
Clutium.
Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of Voidsent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
The Clutium, now accessible. Interesting that it's the Clutium. I feel like it should just be Clutium. It's the city itself, specifically. I've often thought that if I had been more adept in tending to the wounded of Solution 9, perhaps not so many would have been lost. I shall do my utmost to see that I do not look back on this battle with regret. In these frosty climes, the weather is as much an adversary as any void sent. We ought to not tarry. The Clutium once supplied the Imperial Army with all manner of munitions and war machina. Like many such facilities, I am told it had fallen to ruin in the wake of the Empire's collapse. Oh, I guess it's not a city, it's a munitions factory. So okay, that makes sense. Even with Magitech support, the Garleans are struggling to beat back the Voidsent. We must join them as soon as possible. I can't say I have your knack for dispatching Voidsent, but our time in Tural gave me many opportunities to hone my skills. You shan't find me wanting. I have seen to my preparations. I suggest we sally forth ere the cold winds sap our strength. Oops, not what I wanted. Okay. The Clutium was once the Imperial Army's largest manufactory, supplying munitions and war machines to sustain Garlemald's relentless territorial expansion. Where its cavernous halls once rang with the clamor of industrial production, they now resound with the shrieks of countless voidsent who emerge from fissures without cease. Euless and the Garlean community hasten to contain the threat, but will need all the help they can get to secure victory. Welcome to the Clutium. Alright.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
I stand ever ready.
Let's see. Who do I want to bring?
I stand ever ready.
Let's give it our all.
'Twould be a pleasure as always.
Our fates are not yet sealed.
I'll do that. Alright, let's go. Welcome to the Clutium. Game time. Long hath it been since we last fought together? Oh, I hear the leitmotif.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
Yeah, it's the Garlean leitmotif for the area. That's nice. Via Varus. Ooh. The hunger for ether is insatiable.
You're a sight for sore eyes.
Hey, Euless.
The stars shall grant thee succor.
I may?
The stars shall grant thee succor.
Appreciate the help. We'll handle things from here. Take care of the Fisher.
Alright, bye, Euless. Oh, what the fuck is that thing? Holy shit. Defeat the Eye of the Scorpion. That baleful eye. Be on your guard. Oh my god. This thing's cool. Eyes on me. Oh. Bitch. That's a little tricky. Because it's not quite flat until the AoE goes out, so yeah, it's a little trippy, but okay. Scan. The foe is scanning from moving targets. Oh. Oh. Fuck. I'm glad that's not too punishing, but I do think it should be more punishing. It should be like the last dungeon where if you got hit and then the raid wipe happened, you fucking died. This thing's almost dead already. Jesus. Oh, okay. So animation will still count. Okay. Animation still will still count. Okay. Good to know. Frame match attack. Nice. Numbers are legion.
underestimate me!
All right. So far, pretty simple. Yeah, the movement mechanic for the last boss was for the first boss was cool. It was interesting, but kind of boring. It was only like 2 major mechanics, which was a little disappointing.
If I may.
Ryanja, maybe you shouldn't stand there, my guy. You gotta step in the pit.
You underestimate me!
Whee! Whoa! Oh my god! Court. It's court. Pools of glue. That was cool. Basic vomit as opposed to advanced vomit. Body weight exorcism. Oh, nice. This is like in Dalriada, I think. Going again. Damn, I can't believe there's no advanced vomit. Feels bad.
If I may. may.
Behold the heavens' brilliance!
Oh, look at that.
Together we shall overcome this.
Oh, Gratia Twist says, twisted contracts like puppets! Rip Puppet Master! Shame. A darn shame, honestly. Oh, exhilarating! I'm glad Gratia is having a fun time. Classic. Unsure if there are more. We'll see if they do more.
Ready.
I wasn't sure if they would do more here or they would do more at the end here. Or at the first portal or at this portal right here. I wasn't sure. Watch, it's gonna be like a whole misunderstanding of like Xenos and, or not Xenos, Zero and Golbez were like, oh, we need to be able to make stuff or whatever, and one of the voices like, there was a factory in the source. Let's go take care of that. And then they fucking, that's why they're flooding in for whatever reason. They did say they're flooding in everywhere, so. Ooh, masterful manipulator, Malthus. Mayhap this is the puppeteer. Alright. I really need to pee, so I'm gonna be right back. Okay. I'm back. Alright, let's do this.
Welcome to my domain, mortals.
Oh. It speaks. Rubbish disposal. Are they all making arenas? Oh.
Carry out my will.
Oh, this is cool. Okay. That's neat. You know, I would love it if every time you do this boss fight, the configuration of the puppets is different. That would actually be sick. I bet there's like maybe a couple different ones, like different variations. But that does look different. All right, all right, all right. Okay, ow. Noted. String up. I do kind of want to know what happens if you fail. If they do it, if it does it again, I might try. But because I already have 2 vulns, I'm like, maybe I'd play it safe. Oh, that's cool. That's really sick, actually. I love that. That was cool. Yeah, I definitely want to. I would love to do this dungeon again and see what happens when you fail. Fuck. Damn it. It's alright. I'd wager the creature is not long for this world. We need only close the fissure. Don't worry, I have my eye on them. They still breathe, albeit faintly. Alize, you get anything? You had nothing for me, Alize? There's no fight left in them for now. Okay. You're welcome, Euless. We did it.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
It's over. I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Oh?
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Wait! If you do that, I will be dragged here.
That is kind of the point. Because, you know, if you go home, you will not die. And that would be bad.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
Sure, Euless, I guess. Knock yourself out, dude.
You want to go back? To the void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it won't be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here. I long to return, to see my home unsullied, as it once was.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the void, I'm sure of it.
His
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
Well, that was mildly anticlimactic, but that was sweet.
Bravo! I think Zero will approve.
Oh,
You this like Zero.
Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
We just let a void scent go. What's the world coming to?
Well then, shall we head back?
That boy has come a long way. All credit to Zero for nudging him in the right direction. With the Clusium's fissure sealed, I dare say the Void Scent incursion is at an end. Void Scent not only absorb the ether of those they consume, but their thoughts as well. With such a legion of minds at their disposal, one hopes they prove a capable ally for Zero. You have my heartfelt appreciation. Without your intervention, I have no doubt the casualties would have been far greater. Ulysses was quick to put our words, or rather those of the Dawn Servant, into practice. Reports have begun trickling in. By all accounts, the Ilsepard contingent was successful in containing the threat on their front. For Void sent to attack in such numbers, just as we were finding our feet, I daren't imagine the consequences had you not provided such timely aid. On behalf of my comrades, thank you. Thank you all. As you might have gathered, the Dawn Servant's wisdom struck a chord. I only hope my words resonate as strongly with the Void Scent we met. A grave presentiment. Presentiment, yeah. Something weighs heavy on Thancred's mind.
The Ilsepard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place. According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
Is it the moon, Ryanje? Is it the place that we made a portal to carry a dragon into the void?
The great void gate that we ourselves had caused to open.
Oh no, the Loporrits are in danger. Oh no!
Reunite Vritra with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Uh-oh.
Oh gods. The moon.
Oh no, the moon's haunted again! Moon's Haunted, the sequel.
With our attention fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this vulnerability. All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift.
And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
Let us make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loporrits are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
A number of my fellow Garleans now call Mare Lamentorum home.
Really?
Alphino, Alize, please see they come to no harm.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will.
Hmm?
I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her?
Oh! Is it Buzz?
Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void.
Oh my god, you really do love her.
She likes dumplings.
Oh my god, you really do love her. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Wow. He loves her so much, actually. That's crazy. That's wild. Meanwhile, yep, the Loffords are in a fucking panic. Yeah, that's not surprising.
We're doomed! Doomed, I say!
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporrits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, void scent. And lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
For some unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living May dashed off to activate the brands and halt the Fiend's invasion, but she hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Well, Living Way's dead. Okay. Yo, any Lopperits in need and defeat nearby void scent. My valiant savior! I was so frightened, I dared not move an ilm. Oh, you're looking for Living Way? I think I saw her heading southwest, towards the Drowning Brand. She had several slaughter bots in tow, but I worry they won't be enough for all the void scent. You better hurry. It's okay, Living Way, I've got you.
I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened. Oh, I was
Never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Living Way sounds a little different, but it's whatever.
Aetherius is likewise plagued with void scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the void scent slaughter bots, we could have stemmed the tide ourselves. Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberite to ever live. I can practically taste the praise. Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more void scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater. Unless, of course, the void gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Living Way, okay. Yep. Thanks, Living Way. Thanks.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
Oh, hey, Yustola, you got here fast.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard.
Ah.
And ere you ask, I made sure to bring the key with me.
Sick. Hells yeah.
Then the real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Gorbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
In case you forgot who Zero was. Oh? Oh?
By the 12.
My eyes! Behold, the gift of ethos. Yours is a journey without end, conceived and guided by principle. Hold fast to what you must, and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars unto one. Let none bar your path. Praise the sun! Oh, we're in the void now. Oh. Well, look at that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, Zero's doing well still. Interesting. We're not, like, turning them into crystals. We're just, like, outright killing them.
What are you doing here?
Sup? A visit long felt overdue. Look like you're doing well, by the way. Eula says hi.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Hmm.
The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
Got it.
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
You gonna change jobs? Oh, look at you! Look at you!
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield.
By the way, is this different? Is this new? Is this a new look? This looks, maybe it's just been a while, but this looks different.
What better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Look at you look at you changing jobs, being a warrior of light. Party time.
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight
Hello?
to end this world without end. All who stand before me shall fall.
The Unmaking, now accessible. Alright. Sick. Borne by the key on a gleaming golden path, you emerge onto the Red Moon into the midst of carnage. Your faithful allies of the 13th, Zero and Goldbez, battle tirelessly to drive back hordes of Void Scent, all the while watched by a sinister form in the dark. Wielding the boundless power of the void, the dread sovereign Enuo has risen from depths unfathomable, intent on reducing all existence to still, silent nothingness. Will their bleak vision of a world unmade be realized, or will life and light prevail? Welcome to the Unmaking. I said I would ping if when I made it to the trial, so we'll see if anyone wants to do it right now. If not, we'll just queue it normally, so we'll give it a minute. Let me actually go back to Ether really quickly. Let's go ahead and go back to Ether right quick. Might as well move back over there. I'm getting back on Ether right now.
Just doing story on Primal?
I honestly forgot that I was on Primal.
My bard is now 787.
Nice.
Oh, 788. It was 787 with a 760 piece, which is kind of funny. But I replaced that using my tomes.
Oh.
It's nowhere close to Biss because I just threw Savage Gear at it.
Yeah. Lynn's in Razat Han right now for whatever reason.
Yeah, he's doing the thing.
What thing?
And that thing you do at Rod's at Han.
Yeah?
I'd say for the story, but
What thing do
I
you
don't
have
want
to
to confirm
do
or deny.
as a goldsmith?
Oh, it's part of the... Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, well, he's smithing, so I guess he's not gonna join.
It's important stuff.
Oh, he's making EX weapons. I guess, because he just made the Reaper weapon.
He's making EX weapons. Oh.
Like, he just made the Heidelin weapon, I guess.
The glowy ones they add in.
Yeah. Nope. Alright, he's not coming.
Happened to doing the story.
Alright, you gonna play Bard?
I can swap. I can play Gunbreaker.
Doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever, really.
I'm Gunbreaking.
Alright, I'll play Machinist.
I healed it the first time. I didn't really have any trouble. I had more trouble in the dungeon.
How do we get to that? I don't know how to get back to the one place.
The one place.
The place where I was staring the boss down.
Oh yeah, it'll take you there, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, it will. It was just like awkward that because I server transferred to put me back on Limsa. I was like, oopsies.
Oh man, look at all these cutsceners.
Yeah. Hi guys, it's my first time.
Paladin had oh, this Paladin dropped stance. He said it ain't 8.0 yet. I'm off tanking. Making me main tank.
Well, yeah, you've done this before.
I don't know.
You have to lead us.
Someone countdown. I don't know how. Give it like 5 seconds.
Well, Dance has already done standard, so we're probably gonna early pull.
Nah, it's day 1. We can do a 16-seconder. We have a dancer.
Well, at least they're not gonna miss tech step. No dance partner though.
I saw Meteor Rain here and I was like, oh no, it's back.
The Void's power is mine to wield.
Alright, not XIV, chill out.
Oh, by the way, can I just say, this guy wasn't doing anything. We just rolled up to him and said, hey,
yeah.
fuck you, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah, it's like,
he was
actually,
chilling.
He was just chilling. Man was just casually
there.
aura farming, and we're like, fuck you. Oh. Oh. Ow. Okay. That machine is
that hurt a
dead.
lot. Oh, those are tank busters too. I didn't know that. Funny thing is, I did mid. I just lightly mitted because, you know, I don't know, it's a tank buster. I thought that was randomly assigned to me. Oh, did that swap targets?
Yeah, it does. Oh.
We missing some healers.
Just a bit. Oh, we don't have any res.
The machinist E-fib.
We have no reses.
Good thing there's a cliff to jump off.
There's a wall.
I'm pretty sure you can't see us down here. Thanks, show.
You're welcome. Alright. Once more.
We do have the worst healer. Early pull, swipe it.
Running clockwise if you have the black hole.
Probably gonna be the actual strat.
Probably.
For the extreme.
You know, I thought with a move called Not Grows, I thought that'd be bigger.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish.
Yeah, I really thought that'd be bigger.
dodged. It's pretty big as far as AoEs go. Maybe
yeah.
it will be.
Fuck! I realized my mistake too late.
Accept your downfall.
Why me? You make me take an out-of-range tank buster and this?
We're running clockwise. Right.
That's fuck. That's so bad tank damage. Oh, they dragged that through me. Okay. I was just trying to go north, and then it was just like kept.
Yeah, that one went like
where I was trying to
directly
go.
through the boss, which was really awkward. Meltdown.
Okay.
That makes you.
Teaching
that
Paladin
gives
his
you-
place as a main tank.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Oh. This is interesting. Ow. Okay, that's some bullshit.
It's just diamond weapon or emerald weapon or one of the weapons. Same type of deal.
This man really is X-Death Light.
X-Death was that guy from Shadowbringer's raid, right?
Stormblood raids.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. It's not what I said, but
this
it
is
is
a
what I
big ass
meant.
arena. This is kind of sick. Wait, this is actually kind of awesome. Wait, this is sick as hell. Do you have to kill the ads?
Imagine. What I did.
This is actually so cool. This arena is sick. This is huge.
I imagine there'll be more threatening in the next stream.
Oh yeah. Oh god, we're so far away.
Not me.
Ah, this is so far. Oh god. That was cool. That was sick.
It's a cool little phase, yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool phase. I love that.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with Enoa.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Oh, he's revealing his tentacles. He's showing us his hole.
Light, protect us.
Paladin 0 took me off guard.
Why?
Have we seen that? Or is that a new thing?
She literally reveals it at the last patch of Endwalker.
I didn't remember that.
That's literally the whole story, like the whole plot line.
Yeah. I just didn't remember the whole class change thing happening.
Yeah. She literally breaks her scythe and then she becomes a paladin.
I'm not main thing anymore. I'm learning my place.
The void shall never cease to be.
This really is XIV.
He does kind of hit hard for a normal duty.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what I expected.
The void's power is mine to wield.
That's
Past it all boundaries cease to be. Behold the truth of this world! Accept your downfall.
well, that's gonna be a problem for them. If you run the AoE through Golbez, he just blocks it.
Oh, does it say like blocked or something?
No, I just see him guarding against it, and there's a shield.
Oh.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
I guess I thought about that, but I didn't try murdering him. That's funny, I didn't see which way it was going. But, you know,
I can't believe I dodged that.
I want to take Acrobat. I have to shirk this guy.
Perish.
I'm on the wrong side. This Extreme has the potential to be a very fast-paced fight, and I'm really excited about that.
I think it's going to be a cool one.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
I
They're
hope
already
this
showing us a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, I hope this fight is like really quick, like Barbaricha quick.
Be still.
Or Barbaricha, which I totally did. I didn't do Barbaricha.
Barbaricha's fun. It's probably my favorite Extreme.
Past it all boundaries cease to be.
I think my first Extreme was Zero Miss. I did it at the minimum eye level.
Nice.
And was outdamaged by the healer.
Hells yeah.
But you know, I was playing catch up and the healers had red gear. And I
They must be sealed away.
literally made it to like I made it to current and MSQ like 2 days before the patch that Zero Miss dropped happened. And I think I still needed gear to continue with MSQ. Damn, I didn't get any comms because I didn't wait for all the cutscenes.
Yeah. It's also because you weren't main tank through the whole fight.
I tried, but I didn't notice the giant death vortex going right through the middle.
Yeah.
Well, I did, but it just like it was chasing me. It was chasing someone else, but they were making it chase me. Okay. Have fun with the story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do something else because I don't feel like doing the Alliance raid right now.
Thanks.
I'm
Bye.
glad you came.
Goodbye.
We would have struggled to face Enuo alone. I presume you journeyed here to prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
That's exactly what I did. How I did it is an entirely different question.
With Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Last voice scent have been emerging from fissures across the source. Have you noticed any abnormalities in the void of late?
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask?
We're getting void scent in the source like ants.
So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate. For better or worse. Precious little has changed in the 13th since the Romus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force. Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
That's not good.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
That's not good. That's bad. That sounds like rejoining talk.
'Tis a possibility.
That's not good. That's bad. That's some bad stuff right there.
What of Razatan and Garlemald?
Well, I mean, I don't know about Razatan. Let's assume it's fine. Garlemald's good,
Euless
sort of.
took mercy upon the interloper.
Oh, yeah, that too. You should be getting a friend soon, I guess. Also, I have some food for you.
Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Euless as much. Wait, how exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Oh, right, yeah, we should... That's a good question. Next question. Oh, would you look at that? I made a door.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Seriously? Wait, what? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Our special doors.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
My fucking dumbass like walks up to it, like goes in, disappears, and then like pops my head out so you like it's a cut off. Like, oh, my fucking dumbass.
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
Hey, you saw me, and I have food for you, so like... Don't I matter? You're welcome, by the way. Now seems an opportune time to give Zero the parcel Euless prepared for her. That key of yours intrigues me. Had my former self known of its existence, I might have sought different means to reach the source. Something for me? Package of dumplings. A paper parcel full of still warm dumplings, packed with care by Euless. Smell. Food, is it? Ah, I recall Euless speaking of the dumplings his mother used to make. Thank you for the parcel, and the fond memories. There's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that he forgoes the ether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the Void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more. Whether it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption, a heartening thought, if nothing else. Alright, hold on. I gotta check this out. Hold on, I gotta check this out now. Because, like, we have this, right? Whoop. It's just here. Huh. Interesting. A beacon from beyond. Zero has something to discuss with you. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we return to the Red Moon after sensing Enuo's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us? With Enuo defeated, the source should be in no imminent danger. Good. We'll wait for you by the crater. I presume you remember traveling by Nisrock? Once we reach the surface, the creature will convey us to my domain. There is a teleporter situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel to the surface in days long past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igiorum herself crafted the device that I might lay low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we now use it to seek to restore light to the void. Ah, forgive my idle reminiscences. 'Tis time we made our descent. There are many in this domain who still fear me. I shall remain here to avoid needless provocation. Though it was not always so, many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, we may require more territory. Thankfully, we were able to harness the residual ether from Barbaricia's domain. Those reserves will enable me to expand mine as the need arises. Right, we had best prepare for our potential guest. Join me in my abode when you're ready. That must be Golbez. I would gladly consume his ether if I stood the slightest chance of not being gobbled up first. Ever since she brought you to this domain, our numbers have swelled. We grow tired of conflict. I want to talk to all the... I waited an eternity for Zeromus to save this world, but my faith was misplaced. In the end, it was Zero who brought us hope. She is the reason I keep coming back here day after day. Leave me be. Zero is amazing. Truly Golbez is equal in every sense. How are you faring, mortal? I've been training to alter my form just like Zero. I'll be the very essence of beauty, just you wait and see. I imagine you remember these, the transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, they work by channeling excess ether left in the wake of the flood into the Crystal Tower. Using the tower's cross-swift travel capabilities, light is then conveyed onto the 13th and into these devices. I have a mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set in an elevated location. Your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Oh, look at them playing in the fountain. No longer will I partake of the ether of other beings, not even if I shrivel and starve. This compact contraption facilitates the flow of ether when used in conjunction with other identical devices.
Upon activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
The Nixie. Oh, hey, Malthus.
Immortal Nonus. I did not expect to see you here.
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible?
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrade spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
Well, that was exciting. It would seem Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. You will not be able to freely return to Zero's domain. Are you certain you wish to leave? Not yet. I do kind of want to just, like, look around a little bit more. Oh. There's more of them. Well, I appear to have made a complete recovery after the ignominy of starving to death. Maybe my fellow Void Sent here can be trusted. Siriato, I remember you. Golbez is even stronger than Barbaricha was. I thought it best to keep out of his way. That said, Farfarello tells me Golbez isn't so frightening these days. Perhaps he absorbed the will of someone less terrifying? Anyone else that we want to talk to, or can talk to, I should say? It does seem like it. Okay. Check around this corner real quick. Then let us return to the Red Moon. I'm sure you won't begrudge me a proper farewell.
Would you deliver a message to Euless for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Oh my god, what am I, a link pearl service?
We'll be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First.
Yep.
If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
I like to believe they literally just watched me vanish. Like, they didn't see the door open, they just watched me literally vanish into thin air.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mara Lamentorum.
Right, they also just watched me vanish. I forgot. Whoopsies. We just casually walked back.
Wait. Is that?
Hey guys, what's up? We're so fucking awful. We're so irresponsible.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
Yeah, that's my me. That's my bad. So get this. Apparently the key and my crystal, fucking, it's sick. It's real fucking cool. I can make portals.
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-Sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
Yeah.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th. Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
Oh. There she is.
And who might you be? Not a void scent, I'd wager.
Greetings.
Bum, bum, bum.
I am Helmarut of the Asians.
Bum, bum, bum!
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms?
I guess. Fine. What the fuck? Oh.
I wish only to talk.
I like that it plays the Emmett Selk music, basically, when we first meet him. Get a case of deja vu. Feel like I've had a similar interaction like this before.
Me a chance. Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities. That you should reveal yourself at this juncture. I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the reflections. Yes, that is correct.
Oh. Amazing.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
Calyx definitely sounds a little different. Just a touch. But it's fine.
If you wish to speak, Helmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Whoa.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia. And in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more. Yes, it seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
So it's just naturally doing it?
Unlike the one we Asians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment. All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth. Aetheris will return to the way it once was,
hundreds of millions of years past to a quiet and peaceful time, long before the light of mankind was kindled.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
The final days are upon us once more.
It is an
The final days
inevitability that I have
too.
foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiark. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey. Despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering, he has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections. Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
So okay. So where the Ascians' objective was to rebuild the world to what it once was and to make everything great again. Their objective is, hey, we're all gonna die. Let's just accelerate that process. We're all gonna die anyways, so let's just accelerate that process. Let's just make it go faster.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable.
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come, and no one will be left alive. No one.
I guess really it's less that we're all gonna die, so let's speed up the process, but it's like...
Should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit.
It's more so, hey, the world's ending, and there's only so... the ship is sinking, and there's only so many lifeboats.
Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wait!
Interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. Alright, I'm gonna be right back because I go to the bathroom again. Okay, I'm back. I wanna look at something again. So Urion just says, if a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds. Preemptively means, yeah, to taking action in advance to prevent something from happening. The natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the world. Yeah, preemptively rejoin, yeah. So they... Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, so they want to do it in advancement, because if the solstice happens, everything just dies. But what they want to do is they want to just rejoin everything now, and while and that's why Calyx wants to preserve make endless, because they want to preserve man, so that way when they rejoin everything, they have a saved copy, and then man will continue, quote unquote, to live on. Interesting. Because the world's gonna end anyways, is their sort of thought process. Interesting, very interesting. Though I am tempted to dismiss a preemptive rejoining as an utterly absurd solution, her words are not to be taken lightly. The Ascians once labored to resurrect Zodiark and bring back those who rendered up their lives to summon him. For the sake of those who now live, we fought tirelessly to oppose them. If Halmor doth truly seek a rejoining to avert this solstice, to ensure some survived when otherwise all would perish, then our interests are not so disparate. Trust the Ascians to be plotting something utterly reprehensible. Halmor can't be speaking the truth, can she? You have to forgive me, I'm still coming to terms with it all. To think that individuals of Calyx's ilk or worse exist on other shards. There you are! One moment you were standing before me, and the next you'd vanished into thin air! Thanks to you all, the Voidsent have been eradicated and the gate lies sealed once more. There's been nary a peep from the crater. Though I can't help but notice none of you seem to share my enthusiasm. Is something wrong? The ship is sinking, Livingway. The ship is sinking. The star seeks to become whole. But that's preposterous! As far as I am aware, Heidelin made no mention of a natural rejoining. I ought to consult the records to be certain. but not before thanking you for dispatching the Voidset so handedly. You well and truly saved the day. I realize present circumstances are hardly conducive to doing so, but please try to get some rest while you can. I know I would be exhausted after your trials in the void. Trail to the heavens. Alphino continues to grapple with Halmorit's disclosure. The implications of the solstice and the Winterer's schemes, as well as our approach moving forward, will take some time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. And by we, I mean all our fellow Scions. For a change of pace, why don't we convene at the Rising Stones? I'm sure Tataru and the others would be happy to meet us there. A fine idea. In many ways, our return is long overdue. No doubt we could all use some respite after Garlemald, but I trust there are no objections. To settle then, to the Rising Stones. Rest assured, we will do all we can to support your endeavors. Man, going back. Back to the Rising Stones, where it all began. Well, where it all ended. No, it is the store. Is that banner always there? Huh. At times like this, the company of friends is all the more precious. In spite of time's vicissitudes, some things endure. This sanctuary is surely among them. Since leaving for Taral, we've been almost constantly on the move. It feels good to put my feet up in familiar stamping grounds. It's a pity my stay in Taral came to such an abrupt end. I should like to make arrangements to remain in touch with Shale. It feels like a lifetime ago I first set foot within these walls, though given we've all experienced a lifetime's worth of triumphs and tribulations in the interim, perhaps that is only natural. There was much and more to take care of in Garlemald, even after tending to the wounded. I shall be sure to share a full report with Ojika. Nary a thing has changed since we last gathered here. No doubt Tataru is chiefly responsible for the prevailing state of tidiness. Speaking of whom, she and a great many of our comrades are en route. Let us wait for them a while longer.
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
I missed you too, Ryanje.
Apologies for our delay.
Hey, where's Real?
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route.
Oh, okay.
Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
Classic.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag.
Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments. Will you apprise us of the details?
So, the rejoining's still on schedule, apparently, and, it ain't great. I'll tell you what. The Asians are back, baby! It's the Asians round 2!
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Voidsent incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the Source and the Reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
I wonder, was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar.
True.
So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
Don't think she had any way of knowing. I think she knew and chose to trust in us. I mean, I feel like she's just like, there's like no way. Right? Like, how would you know, hey, we're gonna sunder the stars, and then everything, like, if I die, everything goes back to normal.
Could be expected
Like,
to foresee everything.
there's no way.
And with her gone, we have only speculation.
Whichever it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession.
Thanks.
After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
Sorry, Yastola. That's kind of sad. Like, actually, that's like a little sad that Yastola like freely just like gives up. She's like, I tried. I tried to find a way to meet the reflections, and apparently that's not in the cards. It's like, oh damn, Yastola, like you can't just like give up like that. It's not that bad. Like, god damn, man. It seems our colleagues have much to catch each other up on. I shall have to brew some tea. This latest development is indeed a shock, but I am heartened to see not a single face clouded with despair. I helped propel the Voidsent incursion in Lapis Manalis. Fighting off fiend-controlled Galatae is something I won't rush to relive, but it was nonetheless good training. Coltene and I remained in Corvos to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing, in time the region settled and we were able to return. I understand the Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations with other peoples. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvos. Then perhaps you'd like to hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke that fire even hotter. Don't worry about me. I'm sure you've plenty to discuss with all these old faces. Ah, yes. Hello, Alphino. Old faces, yes. It was by no means an easy decision, but as the solstice is now our paramount concern, Alize and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, anything we can do to protect our world will also serve to keep the Garleans safe. Euless and his comrades are already working towards a brighter future of their own accord. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed, in the meantime, let us prepare a letter for Euless and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hand. We hardly had time to catch up with Mother and Father back in Sharlayan. I hope they don't take umbrage at so brief a visit. Tataru was ever the considerate facilitator. Grateful am I to refrain from weighty discussions and simply converse with old friends. After Ryanja and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Shak Taral. We never had the chance to visit during the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east through Loazenheta before heading up the coast to the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea. The excursion only served to reinforce just how diverse Taral really is. We also met with the Wallaki, though we had not the time to study their arts at length. We were privy to several intriguing demonstrations. Would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled to yet more distant lands. For better or for worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice it to say, we still have plenty to see of the continent. I should very much like to return, given the chance. Oh, Aenor, I hoped you'd come to your senses, but I see you're still in the throes of withdrawal. The brothers are reunited, yet a distance between them persists. How cruel fate is to force me to choose. Oh my god. Judging by your guise, Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, I have more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Sharlayan astrology. At one point, I considered exploring other healing arts, but decided to persevere with more focused training to better leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think I'd be much use on a battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target, so sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I knew you still required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. It makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. Even after discussing the revelations concerning Calyx, there is a great deal to share. It's difficult to know where to begin. Hearing our comrades' tales reminds me of my efforts to master Pictomancy. We've all come so far, striven so hard. Aenor and I were training in Gridania when Voidsen attacked the Twelveswood. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the Twin Adders. When I heard the invasion had already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. Oh, that was you. That's why Tataru was so quickly appraised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstance and duty may keep us apart, we remain bound by common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. Oh. I hadn't seen Hori for some time until today. Hopefully he gets a sense of the progress I've made since last we met. Seeing the two siblings together made me think of my sisters and half-sisters. You have half-sisters? You stole the how many siblings do you fucking have? All 12 of us. 12? All 12 of us actually had the opportunity to gather not so long ago. Oh my god, Justola. Justola, speaking of, your sister on the forum says hi, BC Dubs. Apparently, the landscape in the far south of Yak Taral is quite unique as well. I can see why Ketenram was so enamored with the vastness of it all. It seems everyone has much and more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're overdue for a proper break. The peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Man, Halmar really was like, hey, Xenos did it better than you.
Evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential.
Hey, Calyx. What are you doing here?
You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure. Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth. A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Alright, here's one of my hopes for the future, for future expansions. So we already know Evercore's happening because of FanFest, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Not important right now. What I want going forward is every time we beat one of the winters, I want them to become a stuffed animal, so then by the end, when we fight Halmarut, she's just got like an army of plushies. That would be so fucking sick. It's just like every single time we beat one of the winters, they resign themselves to be a plush. That would be so awesome. Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so? You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth.
Man, Calyx getting deep, asking the real questions of like, hey, where's your end game? When do you stop?
We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, It is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals.
That's interesting. So that's really interesting. So their goal isn't, they're not all like of the same mindset of like, hey, we want to preserve humanity as much as we can before the world ends. But it's all like they have some sort of, their baseline goal for all the Winters is, I guess, like altruistic or like noble, but it's the way that they're going about it is that they want to achieve that goal by any means necessary. Like Calyx was essentially immortality. He wanted to make mankind immortal, so that was because that was the way that we were going to quote unquote evolve and move forward. Is that it was immortality basically, and he tried to do that by any means possible, even if it meant killing, not saving everybody, and killing other people. So it's interesting actually that he says that each member of the Winterers has their own, is devoted in some way, but it's for a very different, like, but it's not necessarily for the same reason, I guess, specifically.
No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Okay, yeah. So again, it really solidifies the idea of what the Winterers are about, is that the ship is sinking, and we only have so many lifeboats, and that's just the truth. That's like their mindset. They only have so many lifeboats, and the ship is sinking, and they will do whatever it takes to make sure that the people in their boats survive. Versus us, we save from trying to save everyone, we save no one, is their argument. That was actually a really odd, like, interesting interaction. If shattered stars are doomed to mend, how turns the key to winter's end? God, that's a really interesting way to end a patch. I mean, that's part one, sure, but like that's so fascinating. I love that. I actually really love that conversation with Calyx of like him asking like, hey, what is your end game? Like, you know, what's your end goal? When will you be satisfied? And like that's kind of the thought of like as them and as the players, like we play, we're gonna keep playing, you know? In theory, we keep going because there is no end. That's the point. We keep journeying forward. But then Calyx talking like, what is it? He says, we Winters have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable. Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' work that we would bring to the world, fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. So, like, yeah, interesting that, like, the Winterers don't necessarily share the same belief. I guess they only really share the same belief in that the world is going to end. And I guess in what this sounds like is that each member of the Winterers kind of has or like their objective is, okay, the world is ending, that's the baseline. How do I save as many people as possible? Like, it's not about saving everyone, it's about saving as many as they can and then moving forward. Because like Calix, that was Calix's thing, was that Calix can only save 5,000 people, and that's the cutoff. So that's the capacity for the lifeboat, and the lifeboat then was taking the ether of everyone else. Like, that's so interesting, because really, like, because like Calix's whole thing is that, like, he didn't necessarily want to extinguish mankind. He wasn't trying to exterminate it. He was just trying to save as many as he could by making them immortal. And that's his life's work, is to have people be immortal. That's so that's so crazy. That's so fascinating. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's so wild. Ugh, weird. That's really cool. I love that. I love that conversation. That's so interesting. All right. Luin's at the trial, so we'll run that again. I'm gonna play warrior. It's fine, I'm gonna tank. But man, that's deep. Like, that's really deep. That's a really deep. And like the thought of Calix being like, by trying to save everyone, you will save no one is really interesting. That's really interesting. All right. I'm gonna pause recording here. We're gonna do the trial, and then I want to talk to everybody, and we can wrap it up. Actually, you know, JK, I'm not gonna pause recording. There's no reason. I can just edit around this eventually, and we'll just keep the stream for the whole thing. That's fine. I don't want to talk to, just in case, like, I don't want Q to pop while I'm talking to people, so I'll hold off. I'll be patient. But yeah, I really like that. I really like that conversation with Calix of, like, him, like, criticizing us of that, like, yeah, in your benevolence you may seek to save everything and everyone, but once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly, for no living soul shall remain to judge them. That's so crazy. Yeah, so like their whole mindset is that, like, we'll save people and do whatever it takes to save people, and when we are done, like, they'll be grateful that we did it. Versus ours is like, by trying to save everyone, we save no one, and it won't matter then. All your good deeds go to dust because there's no one. It's like the tree falls in the forest, doesn't make a sound, essentially. That's so interesting. Magic dwarf. Okay.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark. The Void's power is mine to wield. Perish.
kill.
Wood's dead.
Accept your downfall.
Oh, that sucks as a melee. I see him running away. God, that has to suck for a melee. Fuck, that blows. God, that has to suck as a melee. That's so brutal. Especially if you don't have like an instant cast range. So like Reaper has the cast time for Harp, and like Monk has nothing. So like that sucks.
Doth the yawning rift not tempt you?
Can I stand here and be okay? Yeah.
The void consumes. Naught will endure. Neither past nor future.
Oh, we have a dot. So I'm tanking. Oh. God, I don't know where the opening is. Oh, it's so far. Okay. Guided by Luna's increasing movement speed, when vulnerable to unbecoming. Honestly, I actually really like them adding more like of these cutscenes into fights. Like for normal mode, this is actually really sick. We'll see how that opinion holds up after, you know, the 80th time I've done this in a trial roulette. But it's still pretty cool.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain! Such is the power of the void.
I really did like no. That's crazy.
The void shall never cease to be. My power is absolute.
Oh God. That's your cue, Jesus.
The void's power is mine to wield. Thus did all boundaries cease to be.
truth of this world. Accept your downfall.
No, you can't do that. I'm main tanking. I'm fucking main tanking, you son of a bitch. You fucker. I'm fucking main tanking. Ah! This is such garbage. That's bullshit. I'm fucking main taking, sir. You can't do that, yo. That's such bullshit.
Be still.
I saw the smaller one and I was like, oh, I gotta not be there. Wait for the cutscenes to get my commands, yo. I wonder whose voice it was that named the key Ethos. Yeah, Ethos. The more we learn, the more mysteries abound. When you have a moment, I should like to hear more of your trip to the 13th. You ought to let Euless know you met Zero. I'm sure he'll wish to hear she's faring well. We must needs ascertain the veracity of Halmorit's claims. I shall send word to my colleagues in Charlian. They may be able to offer us valuable insights. As the word of the mother, Minfilia conveyed the will of the star. Surely she would have known if nature itself ran counter to that will. I'll let you know when discussions are set to resume. Until then, please do get some rest. Few tales of Tural reach Corvus even today. I'd like to hear of your adventures next time we meet. Alphino and Alize saw fit to relinquish their responsibilities in Garlemald and concentrate on the fight ahead. I shall likewise be reprising my duties as a scion, wherever they may take me. I've been making headway with my training, but I have a long way to go compared to present company. I look forward to learning from the very best again someday. Aenor, at least feign a little interest in your sister. This obsession has gone too far. Looks like there's a lull in the conversation. This is my chance. I will continue to keep abreast of the situation in Garlemald via reports from the Ilsapard contingent. Should another crisis arise, we will not hesitate to provide our support. Knowing that a connection persists between the 1st and 13th fills me with joy. Sounds like you faced a tough fight in the Void. I know your instinct is to charge into the fray, but even heroes need rest. Yeah, overall, this patch was cool. This was actually really interesting. Really genuinely, that last conversation with Calyx is really interesting. I really love that ending conversation with Calyx. I'm like, huh, like that's deep. That's like that's like crazy. That's like surprisingly deep. Like, huh, that's interesting. Okay, let's go to Tertium and see if we can talk to Euless. See if we can find Euless and talk to him real briefly, just out of curiosity. There he is. So you met with Zero. Honestly, once I gave you the dumplings, I realized it was a silly request. After all, there was no guarantee you'd see her. I'm glad you did, of course. Let's hope the day comes when such treats are commonplace in the Void. Yay! Cute. Alright. Alright, that was interesting. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I think... Oh, wait. Okay. We're gonna... that's it for Final Fantasy. We have one last thing to do tonight, and that's we have to run the Champions meeting to Musume. So I'm gonna be right back, and we're gonna get that going, and then that'll be the last thing we do for tonight. So I'll be right back.